with Mike and Joe. This is episode number 18. We've got Keith Allen Edmonds Jr. here for the second time. Thanks for coming, buddy.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Thanks for coming back, I should say.
This is the break from your Hollywood schedule to be here.
Take a break from your Hollywood schedule. He flew back in this morning on a private jet. He was literally standing on the red carpet when we called him.
Yeah.
And I have to go back. They're waiting.
You have to go back as soon as we're finished. So this is the final installment of the redos of the episodes that I fucked up. So, yeah, thanks again for coming.
Yeah, just don't let it happen again.
Yeah, just don't let it happen again. Well, I purposely muted your microphone this episode.
I wish Cheryl was here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We are going to have you and Cheryl back at some point together. It just, it would be really cool, man. I just need extra time to set up everything because we have to have another chair and another microphone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I get it. Like, chairs are expensive.
She could sit on your lap. That'd be cute.
Or at least then.
All right, so before we get too far into it, we got some housekeeping stuff. Mike and I have decided that we are going to change the release schedule. So right now, it's every other Friday. We've been doing pretty good with that lately. Pretty good. But we decided that Friday is a really stupid day to release a podcast because most people don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to try to do is change it to every other Wednesday, which will hopefully be a better day to release a podcast.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendar. And it just so happened that we had Keith back at the same time. He's got Tattoos for a Cause coming up. So, Tattoos for a Cause is what day?
September 20th.
September 20th. So, we are going to release this episode, which is episode 18, number 18. We're going to release it. I already forgot the date. It's not the Wednesday before.
10th.
September 10th. Yeah.
September 10th. Thank you, Keith. So that's all I got. I'll shut up for the rest of the
Do you want
episode.
me to work here too?
Keith, can you just talk for the rest of the time you're here? No, so we already did all this and, we're just going to have to recreate all that magic. So Keith, tell us about yourself and what you do and anything else you'd like to talk about.
Shoe size.
Shoe size.
These are a size 12.
Oh,
No, but I'm glad to be back. So much has changed since the last time I was here. So much has happened. So I don't even know where we left off.
you've become a famous Hollywood actor.
Try to recreate. Yeah, I think the last time I was here, I was talking about the excitement of getting ready to go to LA. And now I've gone and come back and have that whole experience with me, and which was very cool, very humbling. And I can't thank Lane Stanley enough for including Ink or Die in a project that he was willing to take on. It was an awesome experience.
I'm sure that was. So I don't mean to interrupt you. I did mention that you're Ink or Die, but can you just tell us that real quick? Because some people might not know that.
Keith Edmonds, co-owner of Ink or Die Studio in Centreville, Maryland, coming up on our 7-year anniversary. And
Nice.
It's what I do.
Cool.
Dog grooming business.
You do the dog grooming part, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Many
Okay.
things happen there.
In all seriousness, definitely the best tattoo shop around. I got lots of stuff on me. I'll show the ones that other people did. This is the best one right here. No, I'm just kidding. Keith did this one and this one and this one up here that I keep covered up because I don't want anybody to see it, but it's pretty awesome. The best tattoo shop around. And so you just you mentioned Lane Stanley. I know all about that, but tell us about that. What was that project? And
Right. So in 2023, we did Tattoos for a Cause, and film director and movie producer Lane Stanley flew out from Hollywood to visit our shop and interview Cheryl and I and kind of see if we were interested in having them follow us around for a year with cameras, and that potentially turning into a documentary and potentially more down the road. And we were like, let's do it. And so we opened up our doors and our lives, and everything that we were about to this film crew, and it pretty much led up to the 2023 Tattoos for a Cause as like the climax of the film. And then we waited a year while they edited everything, and then we were kind of just like curious, like, where's this going to go? What happens next? And because I know nothing about Hollywood filmmaking or documentaries in general, it's first time for me. So I was kind of just like texting Lane here and there, like, hey, what's going on with this film?
Right.
We dedicated a lot of time and put a lot of love into the filming of it. So anyway, he got back to us and was like, great news, it got accepted into this film festival and this film festival and this film festival. And it's been to quite a few at this point, and it's on like a national tour doing all these major film festivals. And it got accepted into Dances with Films, which is one of the top 10 film festivals in the country, in Hollywood at the historic Chinese Theater. And so I talked to Cheryl and I said, we should go to this, which we were invited to, which is cool. And she was like, we should, but it's in like 3 weeks and it's a trip to California. And so we like struggled to make it happen. And we got out there, and man, it was so cool. We stayed at the Hollywood Roosevelt, which is like where a ton of movie stars stay, and after parties happen. And there's lots of history there. One of my tattoo artists is calling me right now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to have to ignore it. I'm sorry. Sorry, Izzy. Right now.
It's what happens when you become famous, Yeah.
Yeah. But it was cool. We met Haley Bailey, who was in The Little Mermaid, like the new Little Mermaid. She's like the big Disney movie star right now.
You met The Little Mermaid?
At our hotel. Yeah.
That's wild.
How does she like walk around?
I was going to make that joke.
She gets legs when she's on land.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah. She sold her soul to the princess, or the dark princess.
If we had paid attention during that movie, we would have known that, Mike.
But it was awesome. And then we did like a whole red carpet thing and like tons of cameras, kind of like what you have here.
I saw the
like
pictures.
More
professional than this. Yeah. A little, just like wherever this bar is, it was just a little bit higher. Yeah.
It was legit.
Yeah. That sounds pretty awesome, man. And the name of the film is
Ink or Die.
Yep. And
it's a 20-minute short documentary. And it'll be available for streaming at some point where everybody can watch it, and maybe something else comes of it down the road, or maybe not. Either way, it's awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is, I mean, it definitely is awesome. It's not available for streaming yet?
Not yet, no. So it's still doing the film festival circuit.
It's still on tour?
Yes. We think it'll go to New York City, probably Philadelphia, definitely Maryland Film Festival. We will be showing it at Tattoos for a Cause this year.
Cool.
At 7 p.m. We have 5 bands playing that day. So after the bands are done, we're going to show the film, and that's pretty much kind of end the day. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't seen the film yet, if you missed any of the premieres or whatever that we've hosted, you will have another chance September 20th.
That's very cool. I watched it, and I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. There were certain parts that really stood out to me. The main part that stood out to me was the audio, like how just amazing the audio was.
The audio was great. Yeah. Joe also worked on the film with us.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, it was just like the way it was captured was just like, it really couldn't have been any better. You know what I mean?
Didn't you use you had like an old Android phone?
I just held my phone up next to you. I got one of those those cones that they put on dogs. I put it around like the phone so it would like all the audio would go into the phone. It worked great.
And then you used AI to dub everything.
I used AI to mix and master. I didn't do anything except for hold the phone. I had you push record on the phone, remember that? Because I was like, how do you turn this on?
I do remember the mic not working all the time, or it was like cutting out, or it fell or something.
That was probably your fault.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember that.
It's not. It was your fault.
No, the film is really cool. It's very well done, and definitely has that indie feel for sure, which is really cool in my opinion. So I mean, you may have mentioned it, but like, why did they pick you guys? Like, who cares about Keith and Cheryl?
So
That sounded bad. But
yeah,
you know what I meant. You know,
I asked the same question, like, why? But it was it was really recovery based.
Yeah.
And so I am a product of recovery. You know, I ended up homeless through drug addiction, which led to crime, which led to prison time, which eventually led to living in a recovery house once I was released. And that's where I met my now wife. And Lane knew that whole story
Right.
because he had also been through that, and some of his journey took place in Baltimore where we were. So we kind of ran in the same circle, and then Lane went and became this big Hollywood movie producer, and also followed our story because we were friends.
yeah.
And I guess saw something in us that we didn't see. Also,
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
which was like, I guess, a cool story in
Yeah.
there somewhere. And so, and that's kind of the whole premise, that, you know, we came from nothing, built something together, and are now successful business owners. And I think that story gives hope to others that may be in the situation that we were, still living in a recovery house, just got out of prison, or trying to get off of the street. And I know for me, when I was homeless or in prison or living in a recovery house, people that had what I wanted gave me hope. Right. And I think that's Lane's mission, is to use us as as examples to give people hope that may need it.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Something that, you know, I have learned through messing with all these cameras is the story is the most important thing, even in photography. Like, you're just trying to tell a story, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense, man. It's a great story, very inspirational.
Thank
Yeah, absolutely, and it was captured really well. I watched like the pre-screen or whatever you called it, like when you guys sent it out, you know.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched it since then. I would love to, like, you know, sit down once it's available for streaming, like watch it like on my TV, you know what I mean? I think I just watched it on my phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be cool. And it'll be cool to see it at Tattoos for a Cause. Yeah. So before we get into that, Mike, do you have any burning questions that you'd like to ask?
I mean, I'm curious, like how you got into tattooing in general. Like, were you an artist? Did you start in prison, or like how did this become a passion?
I've always been intrigued with tattoo art and culture, and followed tattoo artists at a very young age because I too enjoyed drawing. I remember being a kid sitting at my kitchen table recreating the images on the cereal box like, while I'm eating my cereal in the morning. And I just kept with it. I was never the best artist in school. You know, there was people who were very talented that it just seemed to come naturally. I had to work very hard to be able to draw something that I saw and learn a lot and wrap my mind around how it worked. But I just continued drawing because I had a passion for it. And then I guess around 13, 14 years old, I found graffiti, and I was intrigued with graffiti and the different ways people were recreating lettering and making it look three-dimensional and all the different vibrant colors. And also the culture that came with graffiti, which was kind of like anti-establishment. And I felt that inside of me, like, I want to be a vandal. For some reason. Yeah. So I kind of chased that, and you know, I practiced doing lettering and stuff, and then came along like the derelict version of me, where I started smoking pot and hanging out with my friends and sneaking out, and that got me in trouble. And I wanted tattoos, and like my parents were against tattoos, and I was just immersing myself in this culture. And I remember going to a tattoo shop and kind of just admiring the tattoo artist and what he had accomplished for his own life, and just being able to be in an art studio and design things and listen to like heavy metal all day long. And
Oh yeah. Were they watching those YouTube blooper videos constantly that you have in your shop?
This was in 1999. I walked into the shop when I got my first tattoo. Walked into the shop and they had like a ton of flash on the wall, and they were basically like, pick something. If you want to change anything about it, we can. I was like, that's cool. So, and that's what I did. I picked something off the wall, told him to tweak some stuff, and he did it, and I loved it. The tattoo still looks great. And like I just admired that artist. And his name was Dave. He worked at Full Color Coverage in Annapolis. And I'm not even sure if he's still tattooing, but it was a great experience for me. And I remember thinking like, that's what I want to do with my life. At that, I was 18. And then I looked into like what it took to become a tattoo artist, and it was like 2-year apprenticeship. You're not going to make any money for a long time. You might not make any money ever.
You'll get ragged on really hard every day.
Yeah, you're going to be harshly judged for your work. And so I was like, well, maybe it's not for me right now, because I needed a job and I was working full time. And so I didn't pursue it at that point. And then I continued to like party, and I got a job bartending and waiting tables, but I stuck with art. I was designing sets for musicals and doing murals and like kids' bedrooms and churches. And through that, I decided I definitely wanted to pursue a career in art. I wasn't sure about tattooing yet, but so I went to art school, and where I learned graphic design. So I learned how to use a computer so I could design logos. And somewhere along the way, you know, while bartending and going to art school, I had relapsed and ended up back in prison. And while I was there was guys tattooing around the clock all the time, and I could draw. By then I could draw pretty well. And so I was sitting there just like in my cell, drawing all day, every day. And I was designing tattoos for these people that were getting tattooed by the tattoo artists in the prison. And I just like had this thought. I was like, why am I designing stuff for them when I could just figure out how to do tattoos and make a couple extra bucks while I'm in here? And so that's what I did. I got with a guy who had been tattooing 25 years and asked him to teach me everything he knew. And he did.
Nice.
He was like, you're just going to hang out with me every day. And I was like, cool. So like he taught me how to make my own ink, build a tattoo machine out of nothing. And I sat there and watched him do hundreds of tattoos and asked him questions and stuff. And then I started doing my own tattoos. And I continued to do that for the next 7 years before I got released. And when I got out, I decided that that's what I was going to do. I had nothing. When I got out, I had a 400 credit score. I was living in a recovery house. And all I had was like the clothes on my back. And so that's what I decided to pursue. I was like, at this point, I have nothing to lose. So like that apprenticeship that, you know,
might as well do it
a long time ago is a great idea now. And so I started reaching out to professional tattoo artists who owned shops, who worked in shops, and just started getting suggestions and whatnot. And they were like, you need to relearn everything. You know, prison style tattooing doesn't really work out here. And I was like, I agree with you. I want to. Can you help me?
Yeah.
And, you know, I would be happy to just come in and sweep the floors of your shop. Even if I'm not doing tattoos, I just want to be in that environment so that I can absorb like a sponge as much knowledge as you have.
Mm-hmm.
And
this was what shop were you at?
So the first shop I got into was the Inkwell with Matty Tall over. It was actually in Denton, which is no longer there. He's actually running a shop or part of a shop called Berserker Inc. In Delaware now. But like that was like the fifth shop that I had approached and asked for help.
The first four didn't have any. They were
like, we don't have room for you. We don't have time to teach you.
Yeah.
You're not ready. And so I just kept on.
We don't like your hat.
So like in the meantime, I see it. We don't like your hat. Nobody likes his hat. In the meantime, I got, actually my brother bought me a tattoo machine because I didn't have anything. So he said, pick out a tattoo machine. And only thing I want to return is a tattoo. So he bought me a tattoo machine. I gave him a tattoo. And then from there, I was able to like take pictures of my work that I was doing and start to build a portfolio. And that portfolio got some traction on social media, and I was able to just keep booking illegal tattoo appointments.
What was your brother's tattoo of?
We tattooed "We Happy Few" in Tolkien lettering across the back of his shoulders, which is it's an army saying. And he was also like a huge like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and so he gets a lot of like things of that nature.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Was there actually like, in prison? This might be a stupid question, but was there actually like a tattoo?
Was there a tattoo shop?
Yeah.
Prison? That is a good question. There wasn't. So everything we did had to be like sneakily done.
Okay.
And but now, because tattooing, there's so much of it in the prison system, and a whole like mass of people that are willing to get tattooed in there, which was great for me because I could tattoo as much as I want, as many people as I want all day long. Most of the guards kind of turned a blind eye to it. Some of them were real strict, and they come in and they take all your stuff and they dump your tattoo ink all over your cell and like be real dicks about it. But for the most part, they were cool. And like some of them would come and be like, hey, Edmonds, what are you working on today? And like want to see what I'm doing. And actually, some of them I've seen since I've been released who have gotten tattooed at our shop, which is
really.
And but there are states that are allowing it now, and so there is a barbershop inside of
that's what I was like imagining
prison,
something like that.
but there's not a tattoo shop, and some states are starting to incorporate tattoo apprenticeships into the prison program, so that some of these guys have a job when they get out, and they're also being taught the right way, and they're being given the right products, so they're not spreading diseases. That's hard to do. But for me, it was like I would have to slide somebody, $20 for a box of gloves every once in a while, and like pay for some bleach and rubbing alcohol to like get somebody to sneak it out of the officers' or storage units.
What do you make tattoo ink out of in prison? How do you do that?
So we would make Vaseline-candles. So you just take a piece of toilet paper, roll it up until it turns into a wick, stick it inside of a can of Vaseline. Well, you would have to get a can, which was either a soda can or a tuna fish can, fill it with Vaseline, burn the wick, and then the Vaseline would slowly burn and dump off a whole bunch of black soot. The black soot we would then catch inside of a brown paper bag or like a cracker box or something, and then scrape that soot off the edge, off the inside of the bag. Collect the soot and then mix it with some shampoo and a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and that's your tattoo ink.
That's wild.
Actually, this whole sleeve was done with that ink that I made.
So it's a one color thing. You can't get multiple colors. Really.
There is a way to make colored ink, but it's nowhere near. I never used it because it honestly looked like trash. I thought the prison colored ink.
Can you look at a tattoo and tell if it was done in prison?
Usually, yes.
Yeah. Is part of it the coloring?
Yeah. So it like heals to a bluish color, and also the style. Sometimes there's like a particular style that comes out of prison. Everyone's doing the same stuff.
Like what kind of, there's like gang stuff?
Well,
like,
I don't know. There is a bunch of gang stuff coming out of the prison, but which we actually offer free hate and gang related
Yes, you do.
cover ups at our shop. So if anyone decides they want a different way of life or a change of heart, they can come in and get a free tattoo.
that's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's what would you call it?
So it's like, and then I imagine the process, what do you use like to actually do the tattoo in prison versus like,
So
I don't really know how it works at all. So
I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can make needles, but my preferred way was to buy a guitar string. So we were allowed to have guitars in there. So they sold guitar string, and as you know, inside of a guitar string is a steel cord.
Yeah.
So you just uncoil it and take that piece of steel, break it into the size of a needle, sharpen it up with a piece of sandpaper, hit it with some bleach, and it's ready to go.
And so you got to do each individual thing. How do you like?
No. So building the machine, we would take apart a CD player or a set of beard trimmers, anything that has a motor, and connect that to a battery pack, which we would just take some batteries, run some wires to that motor, fasten that motor to something like a popsicle stick or a toothbrush, something that you can bend. Take a Bic pen. So the motor would be mounted on top of the Bic pen, and then we would have a pen tube that would mount to the offset of the motor that would rotate.
Okay.
And so the motor's rotating, and then that pen's going up and down, and then at the bottom of the pen, we would fasten our guitar string.
Man.
Pretty
That's
wild.
genius.
It is.
Yeah. It's very primitive,
Yeah.
but it works.
So when you use a real machine now, it feels a lot smoother and easier to work.
Well, no,
with,
I
or
still
is it
use my prison.
Yeah. Okay. That's a gimmick.
It's all about authenticity, Mike.
But yeah, everything is just made much better, obviously. Yeah.
It's like easier to do it with a real machine. Like aside from the fact that you have to build the thing out yourself.
I would just say it is
Smooth.
all around better experience.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say smoother, but you're able to do more with needle groupings. Like you can run 19 needles at a time, or you know, some people run 50 or 45 needles at a time.
I just had a great idea.
Tattoo machines are more powerful.
What if you opened like the prison experience tattoo shop?
Yeah.
Like it's already been done.
Yeah, probably.
There's a shop that it's like walking into a jail.
Yeah.
Like each artist has a cell.
Yeah, like the door slams shut behind you.
But like for me, I've spent enough time.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, no,
Real
there's no way
triggering.
I want to relive this.
Yeah.
No.
It would have to be all tattoo artists that have never been to prison before, you know, so they don't have like PTSD every single
I would
day.
never choose that.
Yeah, might sell though. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It is gimmicky.
You got this tattoo in prison. You know, I had a question based on your earlier, what you were saying a little while ago, and you were talking about making the ink with Vaseline. Why did you have so much Vaseline?
I was in the cell with Diddy.
Also, how did they pay you for the tattoos? Was it monetarily?
Yeah, I was wondering that too, actually.
No, so actually, like most of the tattoos I did in there were like $20. We were doing full sleeves for
$20 to $20, right?
$50. Yeah,
Huh?
exactly.
That's probably a lot in prison, right?
$20 is a lot. The economy is real fucked up in there.
Yeah,
So,
I'll bet.
$20 is a lot of money, and a lot of times I would just get somebody to send like my parents a Western Union. It's everything like has to be done on the outside. So he'd be like, hey, tell your girlfriend to send my mom $20, and then when my mom tells me she got that $20, I'll do your tattoo. And then like I was doing so much in there that I was actually just sending money home so that I had a little bit when I got out. Or if I needed something, I would tell my mom, like, send me $50 out of whatever that was.
Send me some more Vaseline, please.
So I can get more Vaseline.
What's Vaseline go for in prison? It's probably super expensive, right? Like, is everything marked up?
It was like $4 or something.
Okay.
A jar of it.
You don't get it?
No, I get it, John.
Yeah.
It's just so obvious that it's like, come on.
Oh, you were continuing the joke.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Are we done?
Is this segment over with?
We don't hear the clown about this.
Oh, come on.
But everything goes, like, I thought, like,
Let me talk to you.
everything goes for more money in prison. Like a CD player that's like $10 here is like $50 in prison. Is it like that? Or?
Yeah, so there is some highway robbery,
Yeah.
for sure, and then it just keeps getting worse.
And you make like 90 cents a day at your job in prison.
Yeah, it depends on what your job is. I think like the most is like $3 a day or something like that. But the average is 90 cents a day for an 8-hour day.
Wow.
That's wild.
insane.
All right. So you told us about how you got into art and how you were inspired by that, and then how you learned to tattoo, and then how you kind of got into that with the other shops. Moving on to opening your own shop. Tell us about that process and what it took to do it and all that kind of stuff.
A lot.
Yeah. If you were, how about this? If you were to do it over again, like open your own shop, is there anything you would do differently, or any like lessons learned?
Oh, man, I don't know. It's I don't know if I would do anything differently. I think if anything, I would have liked to have been in a better financial position prior to opening the shop, so that we would have had more of our own money to invest into it. And when we decided to do this, it was mainly because my wife did hair, and we actually weren't even married yet. We were engaged. She did hair and I did tattoos, and we were trying to figure out a way to incorporate both under the same roof, which we were met with a lot of red tape in that area. But we were determined to make it happen. But we didn't really have like the means to make it happen.
Probably costs a lot to open a shop like that.
Right. And so actually Cheryl's mom and my now father-in-law had offered us some money for our wedding, and we asked them if it would be okay or offensive if we decided to use that to open a business, and then use the money we generate through the business to have our wedding.
Right.
And they said, absolutely, this might be a once in a lifetime thing, chase your dreams. And they were super supportive of it. So we used all of our wedding money, plus whatever I had on credit card availability, which was like $5,000. I think total we had $17,000 to open our shop.
Yeah.
And we found out very quickly that was not enough.
Yeah, I can imagine.
To open a brick and mortar. But we did our best, and really what helped us was the community, my friends in recovery, who many of which are tradesmen, plumbers, electricians, drywall guys, flooring guys, all kind of painters, all kind of pitched in, and if they didn't give us a discount, they were helping for free.
That's awesome.
And we couldn't have done it without the recovery community, who all stepped up and like made this happen. And so when I say, this is our shop, I don't mean just me and my wife. I mean like this community built this shop.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it that much more special to me and everyone that's been a part of it. Even you, like come in and done some photo shoots, and it's all, and things like this. It's all
right.
Part of what is Ink or Die Studio, the movie, and like everyone that's shown any interest or wanted to promote us in any way has been part of it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think I said it in the last time you were here, but nobody ever saw that. So I'll say it again. Like, I haven't been in a whole lot of tattoo shops, but I've been in a handful, and yours is definitely much nicer and just different all around than any other tattoo shop I've ever been in. You know, the thought that you guys put into just the aesthetics of the shop, and you know, it's just nice. It's nice in there. You know, it's a nice place to be. You know what I mean?
And the tattoos are all right.
They kind of suck, but I mean, the way the place looks makes up for it. No, I'm kidding.
We would try to trick people into coming in there thinking that they're going to get.
In all seriousness, you guys also have top tier tattoo artists in there. You know what I mean? So,
how many artists are
extremely talented
there now?
Right now, there's 5 of us. We have 1 piercer, 1 hairstylist, and we always have room for a guest artist, which they rotate in and out.
And do you have like a you still do tattoos, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have your own spot where you.
Yep. Every artist has their own station, and it's a big shop.
And they're not like
started off small, and it's big now.
They're not like contracted. They're like employees, or how's that work?
So all the artists and piercer is 1099. We do have 2 W-2 employees. We have a shop manager and a shop assistant, which are on payroll.
Okay.
The artists are contracted at different percentages of commission based off of experience and contributions to the shop.
Do they generally generate their own business, or do they have a lot of walk-ins, or is it like people come in and I want Joe or I want so and so, or
a little bit of both? I would say 50-50. We've created several platforms where people can reach out to us, and one of the questions on our website is, do you have an artist in mind?
Okay.
Preferred artist. And sometimes they'll be like, no, all y'all are great. Or sometimes they'll be like, yes, I was looking at Hannah's portfolio and I'm really impressed with her work, blah, blah, blah. And so we'll try to book that client with Hannah. Hannah's booked out until, God knows when. So sometimes that client will be like, I'd like to get it sooner. So,
can Keith do it, because we know his schedule's up. That was a joke.
Free today. But we have a lot of systems in place that make it very easy to book an appointment. And it's really a streamlined process. It took a long time to get established, but it runs like a well-oiled machine now.
What's the craziest tattoo someone's asked you to do?
Oh, you asked me that the last time I was here, but since it didn't get aired, I'll say it again. It was,
I'm sure I know somebody's asked you for some wild tattoo.
Yeah. So the craziest one I did was actually in prison. I tattooed a skull and crossbones on a dude's toenail.
Wow.
Yeah, which was,
how do you tattoo a toenail?
Yeah. Well, the needle hits the toenail and the ink stays in the nail.
Ouch.
For
until it grows out, I guess.
Yeah. And then it grows out. So it doesn't actually go through the nail bed.
Yeah.
It just sits in the nail.
Probably still hurts.
It's a repeat customer.
No, he said it didn't even feel it.
Wow, that's weird. The first day,
you gotta get it up.
The first day I ever went into your tattoo shop, I didn't know you. I just stopped in there because it was in Centreville, and I was like, "Oh, cool, tattoo shop. This looks cool. Let me walk in." Dude was getting his balls tattooed. Yeah. Jeez. You guys had the partition up, and he was crazy as hell. He came out and he was like, I'm getting my balls tatted.
One of the craziest. Yeah, that artist.
Do you remember that?
Is no longer working at our shop. The artist that day was like, yeah, I don't care. I'll do it. Because I did not want to do it.
Yeah, right.
I was like, I don't have to do things like that, so I'm not going to.
Right.
But he was all about it for some reason. Couldn't wait to tattoo this guy's balls.
Is there any
it's so ridiculous? Why?
Yeah, what do you?
Come on, man.
It's just a story to tell.
Do something else that's crazy,
People want it. I guess it's a thing, but it's not my thing.
Yeah, not anymore.
Right. Only in prison.
Only in prison
for Vaseline.
How would you if I was gonna get a tattoo?
Your balls for a tub of Vaseline.
Shut up, Joe. I'm asking a serious question. If I was gonna get a tattoo, how would you? Is there how would you prepare me? What would you tell me? Like, what's
First, like
what-
the Vaseline.
Yeah, like put me at ease. You know what I mean?
What was your question, Mike? I was
I
not
don't
listening.
put anybody at ease. Like, I'm known for like being a real dick.
Like, how would you prepare?
Yeah.
How would you
that is true.
Well,
prepare me?
in a
Set
sarcastic
expectations. Like, how would you set? What expectations would you set? Like, hey, it's gonna hurt a little bit. It's gonna pinch. It's gonna take a long time. Like, bring your headphones. What would you tell me to do?
like this is your first tattoo?
First tattoo.
So this is my first tattoo. Also, we're gonna work together. Here, bite down on this.
Does it hurt a lot?
No,
like
it doesn't. It all depends on where you get your tattoo. So like upper arm and stuff, we always try to suggest like the less painful areas for people's first tattoos. Some people don't.
So toenail. It's a good spot.
Yeah, tone
Or balls.
But normally, I would just say, this is all pretty routine. People do it all the time. It does hurt, but it is withstandable. Or I don't know the word, but it's going to be over before you know it. And
okay, so there's no.
Stop
you don't have
crying.
like a spiel that you.
No,
do.
not really.
Okay.
Well, what I'll normally do is just say, just like the only rule here is to sit still. I don't care if you cuss, whatever. If you need to, take a break, let me know so I can pull the needle out before you start moving. If you want to check your phone, cough, sneeze, or you just want to get a drink of water, just let me know and we'll stop. And most people, that puts most people at ease. You're like, okay.
Okay.
And
How much
we
move-
also have stress balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much movement? Like any movement, or just like?
Like zero movement. Like don't fucking move.
Okay. I don't think I want to get a tattoo.
I always found it.
Any little if you jerk or twitch, like a lot of times I can adjust to things like that because it does happen, and sometimes it's involuntary. And there are times where somebody will twitch real good while I'm trying to run a straight line, and then I'll have to try to correct it.
Yeah.
Just try to straighten that line.
Permanent black squiggly line because you decided to do this while there's a needle in your skin.
Okay.
Yeah, so just don't fucking move.
Don't
Don't
Okay.
move.
All right.
I always found it was interesting. Like, you could be, right here, and you're like, oh, that's not too bad. And then like a half a centimeter, it's like, holy shit, that hurts. And then you go a little bit further. Oh, it's okay. It just has to do with where the nerves are in your skin, I guess.
Yep, pain receptors.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, and sometimes you'll be getting a tattoo here and feel it in your armpit because
Yeah.
that nerve that runs all the way up here.
Yeah.
I found that Keith, like when he was tattooing me, if it didn't hurt that much, like he just tried to make it hurt more by like pushing unnecessarily hard or, using needles that weren't necessary or uncalled for.
Right.
Using like 5 needles instead of 1.
So I'll take the
Rusty needles. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm tattooing people I don't like, I'll take the needle and I'll like drill it on something real hard so it's not sharp anymore.
Not sharp. Yeah.
And then
That's what it was. Yeah.
Have you ever had anyone that started and is like, never mind, I don't want to do this. Like I changed my mind
That's an interesting question.
Yes. Recently,
partway through.
actually, it was someone's first tattoo.
Yeah.
We were doing it on his leg right here, and he had this pretty cool design made up. So we got through half of it to a point where he wanted to stop right away. And I said, look, we've already started, so now you have something on you that's not going to go away.
Yeah.
We might as well get it to a point where this could be a complete tattoo. It doesn't have to be the whole original plan that we had, but let's make it into something that doesn't look stupid. So I think it was like some letters and like a graphic behind it, but we got through the letters, and that was to where he doesn't have to explain why.
Why do you have a L on your leg?
Like, exactly.
Huh.
But yeah, that happens. The last shop I was in, or the first shop I worked at, there was a lady in there, and I think it was Maddie who was doing the tattoo on this lady's foot. He did one line because the foot's one of the most painful places to get a tattoo. Really? He did one line and she said, nope. And so they moved the tattoo to a different location because the pain was so bad on the foot. And so now she just has one line on her foot and the finished tattoo somewhere.
That's funny.
So it does happen. Yeah.
Do you ever have like people that are like, I don't like this tattoo, like you didn't do it right or something?
All the time. Yeah. And then I just block them.
Every single day.
You get the money up front, right?
No, we don't get the money up front.
You don't?
No. So
half the money.
We take a deposit.
That's not half,
to reserve the seat and that's kind of your promise that you're going to show up that day.
Yeah.
And, if you don't show up, then you lose your deposit.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole idea. And that protects not just the shop, but the artist in the shop.
Yeah.
And they kind of rely on us to make sure those deposits get sent out and are paid. And that if that client doesn't show up, we'll put that deposit on their paycheck.
Yeah.
So that way, they pay for daycare, gas to get there, lunch, and and then you don't show up and you're a contractor. That's your paycheck.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
don't touch my foot.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a big foot.
Very painful.
It's a big one. Did you have? Were there more questions in?
I mean, I've got more
14. Dang.
Yeah.
What?
In your line of questioning, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. Do people usually? I'm sure it's a 50-50 thing, but like, here's the thing I want, or is it like help me design it, or pick from a book, or
a little bit of both. We'll do original flash designs. We'll also customize an idea that you have, and some people will come in with nothing and they'll just explain something, and we'll try to materialize that.
You draw it first, like on a piece of paper, and
or a tablet, or throw it in Photoshop.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. It's AI is a great tool. I don't care what anybody says about it.
No, that was a joke, but
for making.
I would.
You just like, describe a tattoo to ChatGPT and it'll pop out a thing?
Occasionally, yeah. And then, a lot of times it's not exactly what we're looking for, but at least it'll be an idea. And that's something quick that we can show a client and be like, what do you think about this style or this?
Yeah.
And it's basically the same as going to Pinterest or Google and showing them something that already exists.
And searching for hours to find what you're looking for.
Right. And the only difference between AI is you're showing them something that you're not copying from another artist or anything like that.
That's a good point.
Which is what I like about it. But I do like to tweak it. And sometimes I'll just do that right on the skin so that there's a little bit of artistry in it, instead of just copying something that came off Pinterest or, another artist did or AI did.
Yeah.
You improvise it as you're going based on the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just to make it my own. And
couldn't you just like redraw it? Well, I guess you'd.
Yeah, Keith, couldn't you just redraw
it first on the paper?
We could. So the thing with that is time.
Yeah. Okay.
So you don't want the client sitting there for 5-6 hours while you're drawing something on the piece of paper, and by the time you're done drawing it, the
appointment's
day's over.
Yeah.
And you didn't make any money because you didn't do a tattoo.
Yeah.
Or you only did half of the tattoo where you could have done the whole thing. So what I'll do is I'll try to prepare as much as I can at home before the client gets there, and I'll correspond with them, and I'll send them some rough sketches and be like, what do you think about this, that? They'll give me some feedback. That way, by the time they show up for their appointment, everything's already been established and we're ready to do a tattoo.
Okay, so a lot of this is getting done prior to.
Mm-hmm.
Do you charge for that too?
No, so the deposit covers me doing that.
Okay,
right? So
planning stuff.
Exactly. Like I'm not going to start drawing anything unless I know you're serious about getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you're only getting charged for your tattoo time.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe. I'm done.
You're done with your
Want to
line?
make your appointment?
No, those are good questions.
No.
Yeah, those are
I have
all
zero
like,
tattoos.
those were all like, I kind of think I might like to get a tattoo questions, but I'm not sure. So tell me what the experience is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get one, Mike.
What should I get?
Well, something music related, probably.
Yeah, you think so?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, be honest with you, it just doesn't, I don't know.
You were interested in chicken coops there for a while. What about a chicken?
Chicken coop?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you ever tattooed a chicken coop on somebody?
I have not. I've tattooed chickens.
Probably chickens, yeah.
Never a coop.
Iron
chicken coop.
roosters.
Iron rooster, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could get your hair, like just your hair tattooed on you, like, like no face, just the
Yeah.
hair. That would
That'd be a cool logo.
Of his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a silhouette of his hair.
That'd be a good logo. Should do that.
It would be.
You do have some nice hair.
Thanks.
Speaking of logos, you did mention something about I'm not sure if I knew that you went to school for graphic design. I knew that you're pretty knowledgeable with like some
He's not
software.
good at cameras, though.
No, he's not good. He sucks.
Mainly just Adobe stuff.
Yeah.
Went to school for.
I
Took some drawing classes, but 90% of the course was on Adobe Suites.
Yeah. What if we commissioned you to, like, I showed you the logo that we have for the Shift with Mike and Joe and like commissioned you to like,
Put it in ChatGPT
Make it-
and make it better.
well, I mean, hey, if it works,
That's
I-
what everyone else is doing.
Mike, I've got even more Chat GPT stories.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's all along the same line, so I'm not even going to bother with it, but I don't know what it is. Chat GPT hates me sometimes. Just will not give me what I want.
Well, you have to know how to spell.
Yeah. I mean, you spell check most of the time. All right. So let's go back to Tattoos for a Cause and maybe elaborate a little bit more on that and, tell us some of the backstory and
Sure.
go ahead and give us a good solid plug for that because we are planning on airing this episode with enough time.
Cool.
To market it.
Yeah. So, Tattoos for a Cause. This will be our 4th year doing it. It's semi-annual, so this will be our 4th time doing it. We have been really busting our butts since January trying to get this together. 5 bands. We got face painter, cornhole tournament, tons of raffle prizes. I think we're giving away a 50-inch TV that was donated from Sheehy Nissan of Annapolis or Lexus. And it's just like a bunch of vendors. The whole community has really come out and shown support of this. Lots of small business owners who you've had on here have donated, and 10 artists. So we have our 5 resident artists, 5 guest artists that are coming from PA, Delaware, all over the region, all extremely talented and capable of just cranking out, hopefully 100 tattoos in a day.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. Piercings. We have a piercer this year. So this is the first year we'll be doing piercings, which is exciting. So we can reach, people who otherwise wouldn't get a tattoo. You can come get it pierced.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
And we're just very excited about it. The last time we did it in 2023, we raised $14,000 to support the Recovery Awareness Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization that directly helps fund addicts who are trying to stay in recovery housing but have exhausted their funds or get into recovery housing and don't have means. There's lots of information booths that are going to be set up in ways of like mental health and
that's cool.
like the health department will be there giving out pamphlets, and a couple other recovery centers are going to be there. I think Evolve Life Centers is going to be there.
That's where I used to work.
Yeah, I know you're familiar with them, and so it's just going to be a all around great day experience. I'm really excited to just be doing tattoos that day, be around a bunch of people who want to help, and hopefully save some lives. That's the mission.
Yeah. So you mentioned, so it's in Centreville, Maryland. I'm not sure. I think you said that, but just to make sure.
Centreville. So it'll be taking place at our shop. We have 2 streets shut down that day. And so I think we have like 40 vendors. So there'll be like stuff to buy, food, drinks, music, all going on at the courthouse square, which is across the street from our shop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really cool. The historic courthouse right there, and everything's kind of all around it.
It's a great setting.
Yeah, it really is.
Praying for good weather.
Yeah, that would be nice. September 20th. I mean, it's a good time of year,
Yeah.
Shoot, there was one. Okay, so it's in September 20th. It's basically all day long, right?
Yep.
Oh,
It's 11 to 8.
11 to 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll probably run until 11 p.m., but we just have that stamp on it.
Right. Okay. And you mentioned the money is raised for the Recovery Awareness Foundation. What is that? And what do they do with this $14,000?
So Recovery Awareness Foundation is ran and managed by a good friend of mine, Newton Gentry. And it's pretty much a one-man show. And he has a separate full-time job. And so we know that like this money is 100% of it is going to be used for the cause. And so when we did it in 2023, we were able to kind of see where some of the money that we had generated went. And he'll go to these different rehabs and recovery houses and find people who are serious about their recovery and need help. And donate that money to that person to help them stay in that recovery center, recovery house. Or if there's someone that is coming off the street, it'll be like their 3rd time going into a rehab and the state's not helping them anymore. Because I know for me, it took me like 10 times going through rehabs and halfway houses before I actually got it. And if it wasn't for nonprofits like the Recovery Awareness Foundation, I actually used the rag picker through Port Recovery and MDRN funding to pay my way through this recovery house, which was like at the time $120 a week. I think they're all up to like $150 a week now just to stay in there. And if not, I would have been put on the street. And then if I was put on the street, I probably would have went right back to using.
Right back to what you were doing.
And I witnessed some of my friends deal with that in Port Recovery, and they are dead.
Yeah.
So if we can prevent that from happening, I'm going to do everything I can to help somebody.
Yeah, man. It's an awesome thing. I mean, I obviously asked you what is RAF, so you can tell the viewers, but I knew what it was.
Yeah.
And you were talking about
great.
It's a really cool thing. Yeah, it is. And when I was counseling, I ran into that a couple times with a few clients where they had used MDRN, and it was either
you only get like 4 months or 2 or 4 months out of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, then what do you do if you can't find a job?
Right. Yeah. And so the Recovery Awareness Foundation for a counselor trying to help a client is not necessarily the first go-to.
Right.
It's more like a last resort, know. But there were a couple times where 2 or 3 different times where I'm trying to help this client figure out how they're going to fund their sober house after they've completed treatment. They've done really well. They're doing really well. And we keep hitting all these roadblocks.
Right.
Well, that recovery house, whatever. Maybe they're on Suboxone and you can't be on Suboxone in that recovery house. Maybe this one is not near where their only job offer is or whatever.
Right.
And yeah, Newton and the Recovery Awareness Foundation came through a couple times where even if it was only, $1,000, right? Just to kind of help that client get their foot in the door, pay the initial deposit,
Right.
and fill the refrigerator for the first couple weeks while they
soaps and
shampoo, toothpaste,
some clean underwear.
Yeah, right. So they can kind of get the ball rolling, and it's
a
really
recovery
helpful
house is
thing.
like after you're out of rehab. Is that what that is?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like
not all the
It
time,
can be
but
used as an initial step into recovery also.
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I
You
mean,
like live there with a bunch of other people, and it's like a regular house, like,
Right.
You get a room or no?
The one that I was in Baltimore, well, the last one I was in, was there was 16 people living in the house. It was co-ed, and me and my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time.
that is wild.
Co-managed this house. I had 6 months clean or something.
Jesus. Yeah, generally speaking, for those who don't know, a co-ed recovery house is a bad idea.
It was wild. And the lady that owned it was like, you guys would make a great couple. How about you like share a bedroom and manage this house? And
She was on her last resort too.
well, she's actually passed away now. She ended up she tried to move too many people into our house. She tried to turn our dining room into a 3-person bedroom, and then we found out that she had relapse, and it was like just trying to get more money out of things.
Yeah.
And that's not a normal thing for a recovery house,
Right.
but she ended up passing away. I don't know, like a year later.
Yeah, sorry to hear that. It's not a normal thing, unfortunately. That kind of stuff does happen, and I realized that counseling that
She had 20 years clean.
it's wild because you hear, you really have to stay up with like the word on the street, really, because a particular recovery house gets a reputation as being a good recovery house, but that can change just like that. It really can. One person relapses, or the ownership changes hands, or the owner relapses, but there's definitely a lot of them where it's just a business, and the owners don't care if they're used. They don't care, but as long as that check's coming in,
Right.
that's fine.
Do they
It's a shame.
drug test you and stuff? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, the legit ones do. Yeah,
They're supposed to.
For us, it was once a week. I would have to get up at 7 a.m., go wake everybody up, and then do your analysis, which was fun.
So can anyone start a recovery house? Like,
I'll bet.
you like people just start them, or is it like, do you have to have gone through recovery, or like
You don't have to have gone.
you just start a recovery
You can
house?
start a recovery house, but there's required permits. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of recovery house owners run into the same issue as trying to figure out where it can go, because like neighborhoods
Don't
want them in there. And it's a valid argument, but it's also, it's better to have a recovery house than not have a recovery house available. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also a valid argument.
Yeah.
In my experience, it all comes down to who is in the house and who's managing it. If you have people who are serious about their recovery, it's a great thing.
Yep.
But addiction is such a finicky thing that it can change just like that.
For me, it was like when I got out of prison, I knew what the risk was, and I had been through this before. I'd get out and I'd relapse and I'd go right back in. And this time I knew I wanted to do something different. And I actually had become suicidal late in my prison stay. And I was like, if I think I was like 33 years old, and I was like, if I don't get clean and stay clean, I'm going to kill myself because I don't want to live like this anymore. And so my option was to like give it everything I had. And if that doesn't work, then, I'll just off myself, because this is just miserable. I was literally living in a nightmare, prison and homelessness. And my spirit was dead.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really see a point in living like that anymore. And I was hurting everyone around me, like, crushing my parents and my brothers. So anyway, I got out and gave it everything I had. I did 90 meetings in 90 days. I got a sponsor. I got a home group. I started working steps, and I attended meetings, regularly. And the only thing I didn't do that was suggested that I don't regret was getting a girlfriend. Yeah, you know,
But you're not supposed to, or you are
now my wife. Well, they suggest that you don't get into a relationship.
Yeah.
First year clean, but I did, and it, for me, it worked out. It has ended badly for a lot of addicts.
Yeah.
But
I mean, in theory, it makes sense, you know, but it's not like a hard and fast, like if you get in a relationship, you will not stay clean.
right. But I took it seriously.
Yeah.
And I did everything I was supposed to, and I reaped the benefits and rewards of that. And then when we moved over here to the shore, I stuck with it, and just kept doing it. I ran into some mental health issues last year when my mom died, which kind of put a stint in my recovery growth, but I've overcome that also. So, you know, now we're back on track.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, it's a good point that, you know, even mental health is a huge part of recovery.
Yeah.
Even if something, you know, catastrophic like that doesn't happen, it can still be a huge part of recovery. And I think a lot of
just life on life's terms can really wear you down. You know? And I started to deal with that.
That's awesome that you mentioned at Tattoos for a Cause that there will be some mental health related vendors there. That's a
And the Recovery Awareness Foundation can also facilitate help and resources for mental health as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. So there's no like red tape restrictions as far as like what
kind of help you.
What kind of help? Yeah.
No, if you need help, that's what can we do?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome, man.
It's a good feeling.
It is, I'm
Thank
sure.
you for giving me you're part of it.
Yeah, I'll be taking pictures that day.
Public.
Right? Isn't that what you hired me for?
Well, this too. This promoting it is part of it.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah.
I didn't turn any of the microphones on.
Pictures. What?
I did today. This was just for fun. Wait, you're not paying me? But you have $14,000.
Yeah, and that's actually what this year we tried to do things differently because I think our 2023 we ended up spending like $8,000 on just throwing this party, which was like bands, tents, bathrooms, and like some things are unavoidable. But this year we tried to be a little more strategic and trying to find volunteer things and get discounts on things because it's for a good cause, right? And we want to be able to give as much as we can. So,
and that shit adds up
quick.
Yeah.
So it's still costing.
What time is Heavy Fred playing?
Pretty penny.
Oh, you didn't ask Heavy Fred to
Who's
play.
Heavy Fred?
Exactly. Yeah.
Joey Harcum, though.
Oh, Joey Harcum's.
Oh yeah, forgot you're a Joey Harcum fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Joey.
For those who don't know, there's a long running joke that Keith, you know, first he was calling me Joey Harcum, then he just makes it very
Joe. I thought you were Joey Harcum because you played music and your name was Joe and you were like reaching out to me.
You legitimately thought, and then you were like, oh, not him.
Oh, it's different last name, but we can still be friends.
Then you listened to my music and you were like, nah, I'm not a fan.
So it wouldn't be a podcast.
Harcum covers?
No, I don't. I like Joe. Hey man, I like your music. It's just it's a me and Keith thing.
It wouldn't be a Mike and Joe podcast if I didn't ask you.
Oh, here it comes. Wait, which one is it?
I'm teetering between.
Mike has two.
What's the day in the life of Keith like, and do you have any routines that you like? If you don't do them in the morning, you gotta drink your protein powder or whatever. That if you don't do them, you feel like off kilter. Or you could just answer both of those questions.
Yeah, sure. It's I live a pretty simple life, like outside of the tattoo shop. It's pretty humble. I really came from nothing, so like I try to appreciate and have gratitude for the little bit of things that I do have outside of the shop. I mean, me and my wife have a house and a 4-year-old and a dog, and I'm very proud of that. And so like I wake up in the morning, eat breakfast with my daughter, take her to school or daycare or wherever she's going, get dressed and go to work. You know,
Can she pronounce spaghetti?
I don't know. That's a good question.
A lot of 4-year-olds can't.
She said something yesterday that was super cute. I forget the word, but she starts pre-K tomorrow, so it's
Cool.
It's been a real joy. But you know, and then like my time off, we'll go to the beach, or if I get like an evening off, we'll go bowling. I mean, we went bowling last night.
Bowling.
Yeah, bowling's cool.
Okay.
Bowling's fun.
And that's it. And then like,
Okay.
and then I'm like designing tattoos and
So no other hobbies that you're into, you know, surf or something like that?
It sounds like you're not really that busy. Why was it so hard to get you to come back here? You just really didn't want to?
well, I mean the shop, which you know,
I mean, it's like
I feel like we
bowling
talk a
or
lot
the
about shop,
podcast.
so you know how much is going on there, and like that's also a part of my day is like managing and dealing with all that, and but like my home life is pretty quiet, you know.
Yeah.
I walk my dog at night and
Do you work on,
get
so
up,
you
spend time with my daughter in the morning.
at home, are you working, you're working on tattoo stuff sometimes at home, or do you leave that all at the shop?
I try it balance is the thing that I've always struggled with the shop and my home life, because it's like it is rude to be sitting there with my family and like going through emails, and there's so many time sensitive things that come with running this business. Tattoos for a Cause is coming up in less than 3 weeks, so there's a lot to make sure is done on time, and you know, all the moving parts are in place. But trying to like bringing that home, so it's like a catch-22. Do I stay at the shop and I deal with these things, or do I come home and do I work on my phone in front of my family and just and not really be present there?
Yeah, you feel like you're there, but you're not really there.
Right. And then that creates turmoil in my marriage, you know, and so it's difficult. I still haven't mastered that. And so I am struggling with things at times, and trying to be more present as a father and a husband, but also trying to be the best business owner that I can at the same time. And sometimes I don't think that those two things exist together.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a constant struggle of being a business owner, working for yourself, right? Like when do you punch the clock, and when do you know?
Right. Never. You know?
Right, you're always on the clock.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm sitting here doing a podcast, and an artist is calling, and we're closed today.
And you could be bowling right now.
Exactly. We're doing something with Vaseline.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go bowling.
So do you have any routines that you adhere to? You go to the gym every day? Do you drink coffee every day?
I do. I drink coffee every day. I drink 2 or 3 cups every morning before I go to work, but then I'm done with my coffee for the day. I do have a gym membership.
That's something.
I would love to go to the gym at least 3 times a week, but I haven't been able to find time for that. I think things will get better now that my daughter is going to school full time starting tomorrow. So the whole schedule is going to be adjusted for our whole family soon. And I think that I'll be able to find more time to do things like go to the gym, or spend more time drawing or painting, and like those. I don't have a lot of time to do that stuff anymore. And so, and those are things that I miss.
Like just for fun drawing.
Yeah. I have a blank canvas sitting on an easel at the shop that it's just been staring at me for over a year. And just trying to find time to do things is hard.
Yeah. So you don't like get to really practice drawing. It's all your practice is just doing it.
Yeah. Like I'm tattooing every day, and I'm able to be creative with that, which is good. But I do like other mediums, and sometimes I like doing things that I want to do.
Sure.
Instead of doing things that you want me to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Like nothing.
Well, no, like commissioned artwork is much different than personal creative art.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you a question? I want to switch gears a little bit because
Go for it.
you did, we still have time. You were talking a little bit, I think it was before we started rolling, about you guys were talking about Snapchat, right? And we've talked before about, well, you had that whole TikTok idea. Like, what's some knowledge you have about like marketing? I'm sure that a lot of your business comes from word of mouth, being a tattoo shop, or not just people seeing it. Oh, that's cool. Where'd you get it? But, you also seem to be fairly knowledgeable about, social media and times to post and marketing and stuff like that. So, can you speak on that a little bit? What are some things you've like learned over the years, strategies and stuff?
So I was actually very anti-social media. Like I never had a MySpace account or anything like that. And then when I started painting murals, my girlfriend at the time was like, you should open a Facebook account and like let everyone see what you can do. And I was like, maybe I'll get more business this way. Okay, let's do it. So I did it. And then like I got hooked. Before I knew what I was doing, like Farmville and like
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Farmville.
I was like, had to check my crops every day.
Right.
Like I just became like
Check my crops every day.
immersed in like social media. And now I have like a little bit of resentment towards it because it's now it's a requirement. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't like that idea about it, but it is an extremely useful tool. And we try to do like spread out our crafts on as many platforms as we can. And like sometimes it's just like testing, how are things performing on Snapchat? How are things performing on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. And it's a lot to manage. So, I could hire a person to manage each one of those things. That's how much time you can dedicate to it as far as like creating content, and then editing that content and then posting it and then managing the post and responding to the comments. And like, so the more stuff you have out there, the more stuff there is to manage. Right.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
It can be very difficult. And that's why we have a shop manager who is very good at managing our social media now, and a shop assistant that helps her. Even if it's just like responding to the comments on the post or just hearting some things to let our followers know that we care that they commented and we appreciate it. And just engaging with the community and audience is a big part of it. But algorithms is a big thing. Knowing what times to post. When are people most active on Instagram, which is a completely different time from when people were most active on Facebook and most active on TikTok. And so sometimes you have to like the same video of, whatever, Mike doing a tattoo and then posting it on Instagram and then like setting a reminder to post it 2 hours later on Facebook when the algorithm is at its highest peak that day, or waiting a day because there's more activity on Thursday than there is Wednesday.
Are you looking at analytics to find this stuff out? Yeah. Like
analytics on our posts. And then also Google also has a ton of analytics, and it all depends on what website you go to and because it's always changing. It's crazy. So like when school starts back up, everything changes because kids are no longer on their phone during the day because they're at school all day. And so like summertime analytics are different than fall and winter and spring.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So you have to adjust your game plan if you're really trying to go viral, which we have done a couple times. And sometimes it's just like, close your eyes and swing the bat. And it's like, wow, that went viral. And like, but this didn't. And we spent all this time on that. And this is the post that goes.
Yeah, it is really.
It doesn't make any sense sometimes.
I hear you. Do you have like, after testing things and looking at analytics, like generally speaking, is there a better time to post something?
Yeah. So
when should we post this?
When should we post this?
What I found is that like, and it all depends on your audience. So if you're trying to reach like a 25 and older audience, which I assume you do, because it's basically about entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it would be interesting for some high school kids to get a grip on this also, but anyway, as far as like who's going to watch it, know your audience and know what time that age group is on social media and what platform they're using the most. So what I found is that the 35 and older group uses Facebook more than Instagram. So
Facebook is for old people. That's what the kids say.
We've dedicated a lot of time and effort into our Facebook presence. I mean, we also do Instagram and Facebook kind of coexist now, and so it's easy. But I mainly look at Facebook analytics because the majority of our clientele is 35 and older. The majority of people who are 35 and older have kids that are older now. They're established in their careers and they have an expendable income, and so that's who we want to reach because those are the people that get tattoos.
Right.
I mean, we tattoo a little bit of everybody, but those are the clients that come back and get full sleeves and are booking 10 appointments because they have time to do it because their kids are grown or, whatever.
Right.
They're pretty far ahead in their careers and they've already bought a house and like all these other things. So that's the audience that we target. And so we find that Facebook is the platform for that. And the best time to post on Facebook is usually like Tuesday between like 9:30 and 10:30 a.m.
That's what I was telling you, Mike.
People drink their coffee, they go to work, they settle in at work, and then they check their Facebook.
Yeah.
And if you're posting in that window, you have a better chance of showing up in the feed.
Yeah.
And if you post before that, you still might get seen, but there's going to be a bunch of other stuff. And they're only going to do this 5 times before they click, and I'm not looking anymore.
Right.
So you have to be in that window for them to look at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff. That it pretty much aligns with like the little bit of research I've done on it as well.
And running ads is great too. Social media ads have changed
Let me ask you this.
marketing world.
I'm glad you brought that up. When you run a Facebook ad, are you going through and like fine tuning the audience, like all those little options to get the audience as specific as possible?
Yes. So like for Tattoos for a Cause, we ran an ad. I think we started running the ad in March and it's running all the way through the day of the event. So, and I think I spent $500 on this ad, which isn't much, considering you spend a lot more on radio and TV and billboards and whatnot. But this ad has gotten 48,000 views. And I think we have like 6,000 link clicks, which in the ad, if you click the link, it takes you to our website where you can find out information about Tattoos for a Cause.
Yeah.
You can become a vendor. If you have a band, you can sign your band up and like all these other things, which is anchor.studio.org, by the way. But that ad like did more for us than any like post and share and anything else we can.
How much did you put towards that ad?
It was $500.
Yeah.
But it breaks it down into, $8 a day or something like that, all the way up until the event, which it's not even $8 a day, it's like $1 a day or something.
Yeah, I really need to get more into that. I've done it a handful of times, but really like willy-nilly, hey, okay, sure, I'll put $50 towards this ad and click, okay, whatever.
Yeah, well, then you can do like a geo ad, so you can target like anyone within 50 miles of Ink or Dye Studio. I can drop a pin, and so anyone that's around our shop will see it. If I want it to be a broader audience and I want to reach Baltimore, DC, Annapolis, and Dover, I can up the circumference of that geo ad. And then it reaches, if you hit those major cities, you got millions of people viewing.
Yeah.
What are the odds of someone coming from DC to get a tattoo? Slim, but it does happen.
Yeah.
And if I spent $200 on that ad and that person comes and gets $1,000 tattoo, I made $800 off of that ad. And also 6 million people saw that our shop exists. So it's definitely worth it. And I would definitely recommend doing it, but you have to make sure you're getting some of that money back off of the ad.
Oh, yeah, right. I mean, that's the whole point of doing it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. We're talking about the bottom line here, Mike,
Yeah, I was just thinking about that actually. Like, maybe this is hard to figure out because a lot of your costs are like gradual costs, but like what's the like net on a tattoo? Like if I get $1,000 tattoo, what are you actually making on that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right. So, it depends. So if you come to me, I make more, obviously, but if you go to a different artist in the shop, not much. The artist gets the majority of the cost of that tattoo.
do the artists pay you to be there?
No. So the shop charges the client for the tattoo. The artist lets us know how much it costs. We ring them up. And then once a week, our shop manager goes through every single transaction and runs payroll. So this artist made $500 off this tattoo plus a $200 tip, and then adds that to that artist's paycheck, and then we run that every week.
Okay. So it's like $100 you make, or $200, or like, I mean, I know you're just ballparking.
So let's say it's $1,000 tattoo, and the artist gets 70% commission. The shop keeps $300. That $300 helps pay for the shop manager, who's making X amount of dollars an hour every day, and the shop assistant, who's making X amount of dollars every day. The rent, the electricity, the toilet paper that the clients use, that the artists use, the paper towels. We also provide all the disposables, which is, the things to wrap their machines, the cloths that go on the stations, and
The sign in the bathroom that says
cleaning supplies.
"Don't do cocaine in this bathroom."
Yeah, we do not want you to do cocaine in our bathroom. So it's crazy. We had to put a sign in the bathroom. Don't do cocaine in our bathroom.
So it sounds like
We want you to do it out in the open.
no, we have a whole coffee table right here. No, it sounds like you're really, you are probably you're not really making any money off anybody else. You're making money off the tattoos
Off
you
the
do.
tattoos I do.
Yeah.
So the other artists that are working in the shop actually help pay for the shop.
Right.
Okay.
So the overhead of the shop, which is like the biggest is the W-2 employees that we have there.
Yeah.
Which also benefit the artists. So it's a good deal all the way around.
So in that case, it made perfect sense for you to expand the shop with the upstairs and have more seating.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the more artists we have in there, it's really not the more money I make. It's the more we can do with the shop. It's the more outings we can go on, and nice things we can buy for the shop.
Right.
Nice furniture, and it all gets thrown into a pot.
Do you? I know
I take a paycheck, a very small one actually.
Right. Yeah. I know you guys have like kind of that back area. There's like another room. Do you have any other plans to expand even further?
No, not at the moment. We recently just did some renovations in our basement, which is like storage. We want to get that cleaned up a little bit better. It's a 140-year-old building.
Right.
So we'd like to better insulate it. We just did some plumbing, like things that no one would notice, but are real big projects for us. It's been fun. It's been a fun project, and I think I want to get like just a photo album printed out of like what it was when we started, and kind of like the process of us doing renovations to what it is now. And sometimes I forget like how hard it was.
You showed me some of those pictures recently.
Did I?
Yeah, like some of the pictures where it was you had just opened or right before it opened.
Yeah, maybe. It was rough.
Yeah. A lot of work, I'm sure. Very cool, man. Well, we're getting close. We still have a little bit of time. Do you have other burning questions?
I mean, I've got some. They're random, but I'll ask them anyway. Do you remember what the very first tattoo you ever did was?
Yes. I was in jail, and I did a stick and poke with a staple.
You did what?
A stick and poke.
A lot of Vaseline.
In jail.
There's a lot of Vaseline involved in that one.
With a staple on a dude's hand. He got his girlfriend's name tattooed on his hand.
So you
First tattoo I ever did on a hand.
Right.
Were you nervous?
No, I wasn't for some reason. I guess I probably should have been, but I was like, "Eh, never see this guy again." No, it actually turned out decent, I think, in my mind, for a first tattoo on a dude's hand using a staple. And we actually took graphite from a pencil, ground that up, and mixed it in some shampoo, and that was our ink.
What does the shampoo do for the?
It just helps break it down. That's it, just like Dawn dish soap breaks oil down some.
Okay.
So it breaks that soot down or powder.
Do you feel like
Turns it into a liquid?
Okay.
Do you feel like
buy
the
that.
tattoo culture, I mean, obviously it's changed, and you could describe that too. I mean, I think I already know, but the viewers might not. But like, has it gotten watered down? Like, do you, like I'm trying to think, like, so like jujitsu, right? When it first started, it was like super badass and it's like, very elite and everything. And now it's like there's a jujitsu gym on every corner, and there's some discussion of like, is it as good as it used to be? And it, like that.
Are
kind of
tattoos still cool?
Yeah, how's the culture changed? What do you think about that?
That's a good question. I think the culture has definitely changed in most ways for the better. In some ways, yes, it's become watered down. And there's a lot, and we've experienced this in our own shop with people wanting to apprentice and learn how to tattoo, but not wanting to know anything about the industry or the culture or respect the history of what came before us for it to be possible for us to have a tattoo shop and the things that we do today. But I think that it's improved in ways of art forms. It's $1 billion industry. So there's lots of companies out there trying to make it better and provide things for these artists that are huge improvements. So we've went from like coil machines with wires and pedals and, needing to tweak it and, stop in the middle of a tattoo because it's not running right, to these like phenomenal pen machines that they have that have a battery that lasts 12 hours on it, and it looks like a fat Sharpie in your hand.
Wow.
And it just, the needles in general have improved, and then safety has improved. There's all kinds of different preventative barriers out there to help completely prevent someone from catching any sort of communicable disease. And there's more requirements now as far as like bloodborne pathogens and health department regulations and licensing to do it legally. So there's a lot of good stuff moving in the right direction. And then there's a lot of people out there who don't respect the industry or the culture the way that it should be respected, and just opening up a shop without learning how to tattoo first. And then they teach someone else all the shitty habits that they have acquired over the years and give tattooing a bad name. And I think that there's too much of that out there. I don't think that you should be able to just open up a tattoo shop. And we experienced this locally with a guy recently, and
We need specific names.
no,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
yeah. Okay, I'll no, but I just think that it's a shame that does exist. But I think that's in any industry. Anybody can open a restaurant. And, and it sucks. And but there's also people who respect the restaurant industry and did everything the right way and went to culinary school and.
But I would imagine if somebody opens up a tattoo shop and they are just not qualified, like it's not going to last very long.
Yeah, well, and I thought the same thing, but for some reason, like all you need to do is pay the rent, right? And
Well, what I meant is like they're gonna stop getting clients.
People would start
yeah,
out.
well, I think that does happen, but for some reason the shop still exists, and they are able to put up a sign that says tattoos, and anyone who doesn't know any better says, I want to go get my first tattoo today. I don't know anything about tattoos, but there's a tattoo shop. Let's pull in there.
Yeah, that's
And
what I would do.
then they get jacked up, and
And they'd be
come
like,
to our shop crying.
oh, like Mike would be like, oh, you're gonna charge me $10, but Keith is gonna charge me $1,000. I am definitely going to the $10 guy.
Giving you used tattoos.
Do you have any used tattoos? Is there a goodwill for tattoos?
Yeah.
Like,
But
once
like
people
the
have
public
donated-
perception of tattooing has changed a good bit, I would think too, right? I mean,
Yeah, well, I guess it all depends on how you look at it.
like it's more accepted now. It's not so rogue or like.
But I mean, anybody who has
The
a
artwork
tattoo
has changed. Yeah.
is still going to hell, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's not going to change.
Well, yeah, I was going to hell before I got.
Only if it's on your foot.
Is there a way, like, if you have tattoos, is there a way to reverse going to hell? Like, is there things you can do?
And do you do that at your shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a cheese grater that we can remove your tattoos with.
Oh,
Cool.
no, I meant like, and still have the tattoos. Or is it like some other act of kindness that you can do to kind of like balance out just being a bad person for having tattoos?
Yes, you can book more appointments with our tattoo artist and support our business.
I think if you get a tramp
help you
stamp,
get into heaven.
That makes sense. All right. Specifically with you?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
there is, but there is
Not
there
the
is a
$10
laser-
guy.
There's like a laser removal or something, right?
There is, and we're actually we've actually worked with a local company called Bella Rose that I've done some collaborations with. That they do tattoo removal, and I've seen some of their work, and it's very impressive, and they do a good job. If you wanted to get a tattoo removed, you could go there, in which we have sent some clients there who have had some messed up tattoos that they want covered, and they'll get a better end result if they get a couple sessions of tattoo removal prior to us trying to cover
Yeah.
a solid black tribal tattoo or whatever it is. But yeah, go check out Bella Rose if you need.
Does it fully remove it? Like, what does it look like when it's done? Is it like you never was there, or is it like, oh, that's like a removed tattoo?
It depends on how many sessions and how dark the tattoo is, or how much color is in the tattoo to begin with.
Okay.
I believe that they can all be fully removed. It all depends on how dedicated you are to getting it removed.
Okay.
Because I know we had one client that went through like 7 sessions of the laser removal, and some of it was still there. But eventually, if she kept going back, it would be gone. But
It just
you can get
fades it some or something.
Yeah, exactly. It looks very faded, and it breaks it up a lot. But if you go through a couple sessions of the laser, you can come in our shop, and it'll be faded enough for us to put a brand new tattoo on top of it.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but that's an interesting point, and I'm sure that it seems a little counterintuitive for like a tattoo shop to have a connection with a laser removal, but that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
if you're trying to
absolutely.
get something covered up,
You should get yours covered.
I'm just gonna get them removed, like all of them. No, I'm gonna go to the $10 guy. Hey, can you make this better?
Yeah.
Keith really screwed it up.
You might use some Vaseline on you while you're there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have a question though.
Good.
So this one, this one right here,
Which one?
The stupid fish.
the stupid fish.
The orca?
Yeah, the orca.
Yeah.
Can we change somehow? Maybe we can make another tattoo around it. I'm not a huge fan of the green triangle.
Okay.
I was at the time. I mean, it looks cool. It does. It looks cool. But I've often looked at it and wondered, like, could we do something else, like, to change this?
We could change the
This
color.
is the kind of crap you have to
Maybe
deal
change
with
the
every
color.
day.
Green or the triangle?
I think it's just the green. I think it's the green. Yeah, it's the green.
Color of it.
The green like doesn't look good on my skin, I think.
I like it.
Of course you do. You
You
did
keep
it.
it out of the sun. No.
How about this question? Can you give me my money back? That was a joke.
What's the-
There's lots of jokes.
What's the like recovery time on a tattoo? Like you get a tattoo, I think the last time you told me you have to keep it covered
Yeah,
for a while or something like that.
You don't have to keep it covered for 2 weeks, but normally we'll suggest wash it 3 or 4 times a day. Every time you wash it, put a little bit of ointment on there. Use your ointment for 3 days, and then switch to a fragrance-free lotion.
Okay.
Wash it, lotion for at least 2 weeks. No chlorine, no salt water, no direct sunlight for those 2 weeks. Don't soak it in a bathtub. Don't get in a hot tub. No scrubbing beads or loofahs or any of that stuff that I know you use.
Yeah.
Mike owns several loofahs.
You should see my shower. So is that because of infection, or is that because it will take the ink out?
A little bit of both. So you don't want to like exfoliate the skin while you're trying to get ink to retain inside of it, right? Because you can damage it. And then like keeping it clean, obviously, is to prevent the infection. There's new technology out there in ways of tattoo recovery, which is we use recovery derm, which is like Sanoderm or Tegaderm, originally found in hospitals and like on ambulances and stuff, to treat burn victims. And it's like a second skin. It's like a clear sheet that is breathable, but also water resistant. So it allows oxygen to get to your tattoo, which is essentially a wound. You have an open wound.
Yeah.
So you want to treat it as such. It's susceptible to infections and everything else that an open wound is. This bandage goes on and stays there for 4 days.
Okay.
So you don't really have any work or thinking to do until the bandage comes off, and then it's like pretty much healed. You just have to like keep it clean and moisturize for the next 2 weeks, and it's done.
Okay.
The thing I liked the most about that is that like sleeping, you don't have to worry about it,
Right.
Because I think the first one,
Yeah, if you got the ointment on there, it like sticks to your sheets, and whatever clothes you're wearing.
and you wake up and you're like, shit, I've been laying on it all night long.
Yeah.
Now it's all dried out. And but with that, what's it called?
Recovery derm.
Recovery derm. Yeah, you can.
Great product.
It really is. It's very helpful.
What was the first tattoo you ever got?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a moon on my back.
The big one?
No, it's little. It was like $150. It was like this big, and that was pretty expensive back then for a tattoo. It was like the most expensive place, but I knew I wanted to do it right. I wanted to go to a shop. I wanted to get the whole full experience, and I did.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What was the most painful tattoo you got?
My neck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I witnessed you getting your neck tattooed. Yeah.
This was a buddy of mine named Daryl. He owns a shop in Denver called Real Gone. Very talented guy. 11 hours on this side.
Yeah.
Or this side. Where's the octopus? This side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 hours on this side, another 7 on this. And then I met him in Philly at the Philadelphia Tattoo Convention to tie it together. And man, the first session though,
Yeah.
I swear my soul left my body at one point. Dead serious. I had like an out of body experience.
That's insane.
I just had to like detach from reality somehow. And like, I think that my mind like did that.
Yeah. That's wild.
That's interesting. There's like this whole like physical, mental thing involved with
Pain.
tattoo. Yeah. That is kind of cool. I mean, I'm not going to get one, but it's still, there is something to that, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
The whole concept of tattoo therapy is a real thing.
Yeah. Well, it gets your adrenaline pumping and your endorphins kick in. And then, while you're getting tattooed, I'm talking shit the whole time. So your serotonin levels are at peak. It's a great experience.
It's a great experience. And you get to watch people on YouTube like falling off their bikes and smashing their head over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
oh, like Chive TV or something.
Yeah.
Fail Army.
It's like, it's their thing at Anchor Die. It really is great. It's a great thing to have on the TV for tattoos.
Because you don't need sound. You're watching people get hurt, and then you realize your situation's not as bad as theirs.
The guy that just got cracked in the nuts.
The music cranked up. And,
Right.
That's it.
Cool.
Cracking jokes and It is a fun atmosphere.
Are you allowed
Everyone
to
there
eat in the
is-
tattoo shop?
Am I what?
Are you allowed to eat in the tattoo shop?
We do allow people to eat.
Okay. All right, now you're selling me.
Bring snacks and stuff. We give out lollipops and Jolly Ranchers and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
and
you guys
keep
do.
people's blood sugar up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Joey
Okay.
Harcum cards
Yeah.
and flyers on the desk there.
We do support Joey Harcum. We actually have autographed Joey Harcum poster.
Yeah.
Framed
Yeah.
from when I went to see
He
him.
has a Heavy Fred sticker on his thing,
I do.
but he took another sticker and put it slightly over top of it.
Is it a Joey Harcum sticker? Yeah.
Is it a Joey? I can't even remember.
I don't know.
It was definitely another sticker of some kind. Slightly over top of the Heavy Fred sticker. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
So is this where the beef starts? Like, you know how beef sells records, right? Like,
Yeah,
you
it can.
create a beef.
It's more in the rap industry.
Records
right?
also sell records.
Well, we could do it in the Americana country industry.
But you'd have to be a musician.
Well, you would have to be a musician.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Touche. That would be fun though. If we just made songs about each other.
Yeah.
I can't write stuff. So Mike, you can help.
Well,
me.
you got ChatGPT.
That's true.
There you go.
That is true.
Talk shit about Joey.
That is true. All right. Before we get too deep into talking shit about me, let's end this episode.
I love you guys.
I love you too, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude. It's been awesome. Thanks for coming back a second time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll come back a third.
We'll get Cheryl in. Is it Cheryl or Cheryl?
Cheryl is how it's.
Okay, we'll get
Correctly
Cheryl in
pronounced.
here when we get another.
She's
Cheryl.
from North Carolina, and when I met her, I said, "Is it Cheryl or Cheryl?" And she said, "It doesn't matter." I said, "Cool. I'm gonna call you Cheryl."
Yeah.
And then I found out her whole family calls her Cheryl.
Oh.
But like in Maryland, I think Cheryl is a more common pronunciation.
Well, I would say, I mean, it's
Or
kind of,
northern. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
I have an aunt Cheryl.
Okay.
So that it kind of just worked for me, but
Yeah.
So I
Well, we would love to have her next time.
Yeah,
we will
she-
definitely
like that too.
get it set up where you will have to bring your camera because we'll need 5
Yeah.
cameras for that.
Okay.
You can leave it on auto.
I I promise not to change any of the settings back after I use it. But the episode will be really great. I'll use all the good cameras on, me and Mike and Cheryl and use.
Well, I don't have to be here at all.
No, we need you here,
What about I can bring Isabel and my dog.
That would be great. The whole family.
Fucking
Yeah.
God, we would never be invited back.
It would be really fun though. It would be hard to pull off, but it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for coming, man. One more time, Tattoos for a Cause coming up September 20th.
11 o'clock. Get there early. There will be a line.
Yes. I remember last year that line was long. Yeah. You don't need to sign up or buy tickets or anything, right?
Nope. It's a free event unless you want a tattoo.
Okay.
But you can show up. The music's free. You can come see the Ink or Die movie for free. Face paint. I think, if you want to support the vendors, bring some money.
Yeah.
But
right. The point is to
otherwise,
get a tattoo to donate to the cause.
or piercing or whatever
Or
you
piercing.
want.
Yeah.
We have merch. We had shirts made for the event.
Your merch is cool. I should have. I don't know why. I didn't
Summer-
even think to wear the Ink or Die shirt today.
Summer, who's our apprentice at the shop, designed this year's and is extremely talented. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the artwork, it's cool.
Awesome. What bands are playing?
Joey Harcum, man.
Joey Harcum.
A bunch of local bands. B Rain, who is recovery hip hop, pretty well known.
Yep. I know him.
In the hip hop industry. He'll be there.
Cool.
Then we have like a local high school band and just community stuff, which is cool. Also,
Nice. And then what time is the movie premiering?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Is it a premiere? Premiere's the first time, right?
Yeah,
That's not a
it's not a premiere.
It's playing.
It'll be a showing.
It was showing. Yes. Okay, cool.
There'll be
And
red carpet and
where will the red carpet be for you? In the middle of the street?
everywhere I go.
Everywhere you go.
Just
it
like a
rolls
guy
out.
following him with a carpet square.
And the paparazzi.
Okay.
Who be you? You're the paparazzi.
I'm the paparazzi for the day. And then inkordie.org.
InkOrDieStudio.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
At Ink or Die Studio. Yep.
And what is your
All the things.
personal cell phone number?
Let me find your number real quick.
Awesome. All right, Mike, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. The Shift with Mike and Joe.
Love it. See you guys. Thank you.